to the November, sorry, the February 13th Novato Sanitary District Board meeting. Scott, we appreciate your waiting for us. We had a special closed session at 5:30, which is just ended, as you all know, and we'll ask staff to report on.
There is no reportable action from the closed session.
Thank you, and we will go on to number 1 item, which is the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand for allegiance, and Bill, will you lead, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda is approval of the agenda. Are there any changes, corrections, or additions to tonight's agenda? Seeing none, we will accept it as is. Item number 3 is public comment. Please observe a 3-minute time limit. This item is to allow anyone present to comment on any subject not on the agenda, or to request consideration to place an item on a future agenda. Individuals will be limited to a 3-minute presentation. No action will be taken by the board at this time as a result of any public comments made. Does anyone who would like to make a comment? Sir?
Yeah.
Please state your name for the record.
My name is Fred Grange, and I'd like to request that in a future agenda there be a discussion item about the, possibly providing the Reebok service in Novato.
Or possibly providing, okay.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you. Any further public comment? Please, for the record, state your name.
Right. My name is Susan Stump, and I'm here because it's rolling around to Earth Day and Clean and Green Day, and we've appreciated the support the Novato Sanitary District has given us. I'll pass these around so you can be reminded that it is coming up. I would appreciate it if on your March agenda you could put down, there's 2 things that the committee that organizes the Clean and Green Day would like for you to address. One is we would like to invite one of your board members to sit on the committee that plans the Clean and Green Day. I know when I've come here to talk to you about the issue, you've come up with some great ideas and thoughts and approaches to things. So since it's on the 22nd of April, and if you do it in March, there's probably only going to be 2 meetings to attend to. But so it'll be easy off this year. The other item is helping with the street signs that we put up. We lost a few last year and would like to replace them, but a March agenda would be plenty of time to address that. It's probably, a couple $100 would replace what we lost last year. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. This is a wonderful opportunity, and yours truly has been doing this for a long time.
This is number 22.
Is this 22?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I must have been 10 years old. All right. Any further public comment? Yes.
So should I stand up?
Please.
Hi, so my name is Susan Kirsch, and I'm here from Mill Valley, but I'm here to call your attention to a town hall meeting that's happening Wednesday night, the 15th, with a new group called Coalition for Sensible Taxpayers, or COST. And so we are an organization that's drawing for affiliations from all of the communities up and down Marin County. Joe Nation is going to be our featured speaker at this event Wednesday night. And I've got a few copies here that I can pass around to all of you, and everyone, public too, is invited to come. Just knowing how much those issues of taxes, parcel taxes, sales taxes, property taxes, are really needing, it seems, to have greater transparency, and that all of the agencies are looking to, do some cost accounting and educate the public in terms of the great need for taxes, and then looking at how we all benefit from having that and get a more balanced perspective on that. So You're all invited Wednesday night, donation. It's at the Spinnaker Restaurant in Sausalito. Doors open at 6:30 and the event starts at 7.
Very good, thank you. All right, any further public comment at this time? No? Seeing none, we'll move on to the agenda. Item number 4 is review of minutes. Approve the minutes of the January 9th, 2017 meeting.
Mr. Chairman, recommend approval. Move approval, sir.
There's a motion and second to approve the agenda. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, do you have, I'm sorry, do you have a comment?
No, it's 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Very good. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? 5-0-0. Thank you very much. The consent calendar, the general manager, chief engineer has reviewed the following items, and of course they're listed on the agenda. These items can be removed on one separate consolidated motion or approved. No action is taken to the board this, or may be removed from the consent calendar and considered separately at the request of any person. Does any member want to? May I have a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the consent calendar.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent calendar as presented. All in favor, I'm sorry, is there any further discussion?
Public discussion.
I'm sorry, public discussion, of course. Is there any public discussion? At all? No? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? 5-0-0. Moving on to item 6, solid waste information items. These items are for information only. No action will be taken on these items as a result of any comments made. Mr. General Manager.
Sure, thank you, Mr. Chair. You have in front of you in the package a couple articles, one from the Santa Rosa Press Democrat titled Santa Rosa Bay Water Group Selling North Bay Garbage and Part of the Ecology of San Francisco. And then a second article from the Marin Independent Journal saying Novato West Marin Garbage Hauler franchises sold. So the third item that we have on the item 6E is to receive a verbal report from the water disposal service representatives of a potential sale of the company as reported in these 2 articles. So we have some representatives from the water disposal here, and the intent obviously of these items, these are purely informational items, and we asked, based on seeing the press reports, we asked folks from the water disposal if they would like to make a presentation to the board and an informational report to the board, and that's what this item is about. So with your permission, with the board's permission, I'd like to invite representatives from the water disposal.
Please do.
Just for purposes of setting boundaries, the nature of the article talks about a sale of a company, and if the company is the company that's been providing solid waste services here in Nevada for many, many years, for that to go through, the franchise would have to be transferred to or assigned to the new company, regardless of which company it is. And there are procedures in the existing agreement that require consent of this body to that assignment. But none of those things are on the agenda tonight. This is informational. There'll probably be several steps in between here and there, and it'll probably be back to this board if this goes through it'll have to be on at least 1 or 2 occasions, but maybe even more. So you can certainly ask questions. I assume many of the people here may be interested in this issue, and the speakers or the board members can attempt to give answers and so forth, but there will be no action taken of any sort tonight.
Thank you. Welcome. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, Louis Ratto from Bottle Disposal, the Ratto Group. I'd like to thank you very much for the time tonight. I didn't know I get some introduction.
Hold on,
Thank you very much.
Hold on, Louis. Hold on.
I just went to turn his phone off,
Oh.
because I'm sure he would like to hear this.
You're addressing the board, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the board and the city of Novato, the sanitary district, for the long relationship we've had. I mean, my father, you guys took a chance years ago with a guy that's, getting started in the business in 1983 here in Novato with an opportunity to take over the contract that he took over from Louis Garrett on Novato Disposal, and we've been here ever since. So first of all, I'd like to thank you for my family for the opportunity to serve the customers of Novato for a long time. It's been a good experience. I grew up doing this. I learned how to be a garbage man, learned how to be a man on the streets of Nevada, swinging on the back of a garbage truck. So this is a lot of where my life started. So I kind of come here with mixed emotions and a heavy heart to tell you guys kind of what's going on with us. So as the world has changed. I started off as a garbage man, years ago, and then I became a recycler, and now I need to be an environmental engineer. So it's been a completely changed playing field from where we started in this industry. So as we've gone through this process over the years, we've looked at a lot of different options. What's going to be the best thing for the company going forward, the best thing for our communities going forward, and the best thing for my employees going forward. So as we've met the challenges that are coming, forward with AB 939 starting and all the changes in laws that we've gone forward, and the way that the state of California wants to be really aggressive and trying to pursue all these recycling goals, we've reached a point in time where our company is not the company to kind of keep going forward and taking these steps. We've done the best that we can. We've worked really hard. It's changed a lot. Our business plan was one that recycling was the driver, and that whole world has changed since about 2011. So we've struggled to kind of get back on our feet with our business plan there. So we made a point and made a decision at this point in time to look at a company that can come in and provide what the sanitary district, the citizens of Novato need to move forward in this ever-changing environment, especially here in California, where the rules are challenging and the goals are high. So we've reached out, we've looked at a lot of different opportunities, and we ended up settling on a company, Recology, out of San Francisco. Ironically, this is the company that my father had his first job in the solid waste industry, swinging on the back of a garbage truck himself in 1962, I believe. So it's kind of full circle for us as a family. I would believe, it was important for us to find a company that can meet the goals going forward for all our jurisdictions, and to take good care of my employees and my customers. And I think we've found that. Now, we're just in the beginning of this process. We're just getting started with the due diligence. We had our kickoff meeting last week. We've been talking about this for a couple of months, but we're really going to get rolling in this process now. They are a California-based regional garbage company, solid waste company, recycling company, environmentally solid company that can help the city of Novato, the sanitary district, reach the goals that they have going forward. I feel good about the situation that we're leaving everybody in. Like I said, it's a mixed emotions for me. I mean, this has been a long, enjoyable ride, interesting ride over the last few years. So I wanted to just touch base. We have thought about you in this process. This was not so much about us. This is about everybody else. And I know you've heard that from other people before. It's important. Novato's where it all started for my family and for my father's success. So making sure that people end up in good hands going forward is important. And that's what we're here to do, and that's what we're going to do. So this is just the beginning of the process. The due diligence is going to get started. There's going to be lots of questions. You nailed it perfectly. There's going to be meetings between now and then. You're going to get to know them. We're all going to get to know each other and move this thing forward. So with that, like I said, thank you very much. I've known Bill since Bill probably remembers me when I was this high.
Lower.
I working with Sandeep over the last couple of years has been great. This is home. This is the first council I'm addressing. I live in Santa Rosa. We do a lot of business up there, but this is where it all started. So it's important that we make a good transition for you guys, and that's our plan. So you'll meet these people. I believe they're a good company. The thing when we're dealing with companies like this, I've talked to the waste managements and the Republic Services. You're dealing with the West Coast Regional Director and this guy, that guy. I'm dealing with the CEO, the guy who's been there for 25 years. All his staff has been there for 20 years, north of 10. They're committed to California. They know how to play in California. They're able to reach the ever-changing recycling goals that the state is putting in front of you, which are going to be a major challenge. And they're set up for that. So That's what I have. I can take questions, there's lots of moving parts at this point, but you'll be seeing us go down the road as we go forward. I mean, more specific questions, maybe Rick or Jim can help you out.
Thank you. Well, let's start out with the board. We'll go from Jean, Carol,
I don't have any questions, I want to see how this develops.
and we'll go down to Bill.
Well, we'll miss you. You folks have been very responsive and progressive, and you've done everything that we've asked you to do within reason. And we thank you for all of that, so.
Well, I'll miss you guys too. This is a big life changer for me, especially. I've still got a lot of life ahead of me, so. But thank you.
Very good. Yeah.
No questions. I'm a satisfied customer when I'm not in this role, and we just hope the service maintains its current level. Hope it gets better even, that's not going to be a bit of a challenge.
Well, I'll tell Mr. Perriani that.
We certainly don't want to race you.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't, that's a long road to hoe on that one. I know that my men will be, they are taking on all my employees, so a lot of the staff will be the same. I know that was a big thing for us, especially my father, where are my people gonna land? We have 440 employees, and they all have families, so we wanted them to land in a good spot. And Recology, as I have 2 cousins that drive for them in San Francisco, and they're happy, have a wonderful quality of life, so I hope I can do that to my people.
Very good.
Thank you.
I have no questions to add, although I've been your customer for 40-something years. I've been very happy with it too. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Why don't you stick around and see if they have any public comment, or there are public questions from the public? Oh, yes, sir.
Not a question, I wanted to speak afterwards.
Oh, for afterwards, okay. All right, there's no questions of Mr. Ratto. Thank you very much.
If you're all customers of mine, thank you very much for all your service. I enjoy servicing.
Thank you for getting rid of my hot tub over.
All right, is there any more comment on this, on item 6, the solid waste information item? No?
I think there's some people there that do want to talk, so you just want to open public comment?
Well, yeah, public comment is open. Can I say that? Please go right ahead.
Sure.
State your name for the record, please.
Sure, my name is Fred Grange, and good evening. My company, Grange Debris Box, is the very first debris box service to serve Marin County, and also the first to serve Novato nearly 60 years ago. And it's a pleasure. I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Ratto tonight. I knew his father since we were kids. This was dark. My hair was as dark as his then. I measured on it. We served Novato residents for decades, until the only company that served Novato for decades, until Mr. Garaventa, the former owner of Novato Garbage Company, was able to include debris boxes in his garbage franchise. And that was an unfortunate situation. They weren't really able to compete with us, so that's the way he got the business. Nearly all Americans believe in competition, and that's before the Rattos were involved. That's with Mr. Garaventa. Nearly all Americans believe in competition. Competition is good. Competition is what builds America. Competition keeps prices, customer satisfaction, and service honest. Nearly all Americans do not believe in monopolies. Monopolies are usually bad because customers do not have any options. They are forced to use the monopolist services. Again, I'm not speaking negatively of Mr. Ratto. I like the family. We're not asking to compete in the garbage collection service, because you need to have economies of scale and collection facilities that are more cost effective when operating as a monopoly. So I'm in favor of monopolies as it relates to garbage service, just not debris boxes. However, debris boxes are entirely different. They are a commodity, not one that needs to be regulated like the garbage service. Debris box trucks are just delivery trucks. We drop the box at the customer's location, they fill it, and we pick it up. The main difference between us and the franchisee is just the color of the truck and who owns it, that's all. But there's a giant difference between the need to have a monopoly for garbage services as opposed to a debris box monopoly. As long as they work together and play by the same rules, which we do, debris box services can serve the same area and be a greater benefit to the community. And I'd like to comment that Rick Powell was the former manager of Mill Valley Refuse Service, and we work in harmony with their franchise, their franchise. We worked in harmony with them for, again, since we were all young kids almost. So it is possible to work together, and I think Rick will support that. I mean, we'll agree with that anyway. That's a part. All the other garbage companies have exclusive garbage collection franchises. However, they allow our company, Grange Debris Box, to provide our service in their franchise area, as I said. We ask that you negotiate with Recology or whoever takes over the Novato garbage franchise, and that you include a provision that allows us to serve your constituents the same way we serve the other companies' franchised areas in a cooperative and congenial way. Again, as we did with Mill Valley, Marin Sanitary, and the other companies in Marin. We served Novato residents in the past before we were shut out. All we're asking is that we be able to offer our debris box services to the people of Novato once again. I'm available to meet with you, answer questions, and work with you and whoever you select to come up with a plan that will better serve everyone. Give Novato residents the freedom to choose the most cost-effective debris box company with the best customer service. All I need is your agreement to that process. Now, I'd like to do a little poll, and that is, and I didn't stop the room and sit down, but I'd just like to ask how many people in here believe.
I'm sorry,
That's okay.
the 3 minutes are up, I appreciate the comments. All right, everybody, again, this is just information. Would anyone else like to speak? No one else on this subject? No? General Manager? Well, I'm just starting. Do you want to speak now?
Member, good evening, members of the board, and my name is Martha Heidinger, and I own a home in Novato, and I've raised a family here since 1964. Actually, sooner than that. That was before we bought the home. And we have a large family that has occupied Novato, and in fact, we used to have our family picnics at Pioneer Park, and we had like 60 people there. And that was, in that day, things have changed, and kids grow up and they leave and so forth.
I'm sorry, I just need to interrupt you for a minute and mention to everybody, there is a 3 minute.
Pardon me?
There is a 3 minute time limit.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't
Yeah,
worth the
I'm not
watching the
speaking
play,
any
but,
longer. So,
I didn't do that.
anyway, just I wanted to give you that background, that I was using debris boxes a lot in those days. And I ask you tonight to consider opening up the debris box services, part of Novato Garbage, and the contract transfer to other companies, such as Grange Debris Box. So we, the residents and homeowners of Novato, will have a choice for the service we pay for. And I believe that with competition, we will have less costly, better service. Ask any contractor that works in Novato or in all of Marin County whether there are lower prices and better service throughout the county, and they will say yes, that there is that. And they will tell you about these costs, the lower costs, and sometimes better service is better than Novato. I believe it is time for the Novato Sanitary District to negotiate a competitive debris box service that will best serve the people of Novato and their pocketbooks.
Thank you very much. Does anyone else like to comment on this item before the board? No? We'll leave it left. All right, with that, Mr. Chairman, any backup comments?
council them to again note that as I started out, this was intended purely as an information item. And with that, I'm wondering, we've been in a closed session before here. I'm wondering if I might request maybe a 10-minute break. So we can adjourn for a 10-minute break and come back. If I may.
All right, and that's it, then, is there any objections to the board? We'll come back at 6:40.
Correct.
Will there be more discussion on this item, or is that?
No, that's it.
That's it. Okay, thank you very much.
Moving on to item number 7, baseline operation.
Let me pause.